from Halliwell here in snowy, cold, shivery Moldova. Today's lesson is about creating tension and release with those sus2 and 4 chords. Just before you're about to go to a normal major chord, you can add a sus4 to create that bit of tension and a bit of drama. And then you can release that tension by going to the major chord. Before we dive into the actual chords, what is a sus4 chord and what is a sus2 chord? A sus4 chord is where you take the major third out of a chord and you replace it with a perfect fourth. If I've got an A major, I know the third is the C sharp here, and what I'm going to do is replace that with a fourth, which should be D. So then I get... And if I'm doing a sus2 chord, I take away the C sharp, which is the major third, and replace it with a B, which is the second. So A, B, yeah? That's a brief description of sus2 and sus4 chords. What I like to use sus chords for is to make a boring chord progression sound interesting. So if we take the chords that I just played, but we don't do sus4 and we don't do sus2, this is what we're going to get. As you see, it doesn't sound interesting. It sounds a bit weird because there's a lot of chords that are not in the same key. And it doesn't really sound too musical. What I just played is not even in one key. I'm playing an A major. Let's say we're in the key of D major. A major is going to be chord number 5. Then we're going to G major, which is chord number 4. Then we're going to C major, which is not even in the key of D, so changing keys to C. And then we're going up to D, which is chord number 1. And then we're going to E major, or E7, which technically is chord 5 in the key of A. So we've played 3 keys. So I leave it up to the jazz guys to go over the theory of, you know, the 3 different keys and everything like that. What I try and do on this channel is make things simple for you to understand. So the way I do it is I'm going by sound for now. What I'm really doing is, yeah, I'm taking a chord and I'm suspending it to get that bit of tension and release. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm just thinking tension, release, yeah? I'm not thinking, oh, I'm in the key of G and this doesn't work because it's in this key and I'm not thinking of that. I'm just thinking tension, release, tension, release. So we've got tension, release, tension, release. Then what I do is bloody hell, my earplugs are falling out. Must be my enthusiasm. Then what I'm doing is adding some tension here and then resolving it or releasing it here. And then again, adding tension on that D chord and then releasing it on the third. So for the A major and the G major, I'm doing sus4 to the major, sus4 to the major. Okay? Then on the C and the D, I'm actually doing a sus2 to the major and then sus2 to the major. So like that, yeah? And then going to an E7. Technically, on theory, those chords don't work together, but to my ears, they sound pretty good. So now you're probably thinking, okay, Tom, you know, you're changing keys. How can I use that in a song? You don't need to go as crazy as I just did. I'm just doing this for demo purposes. So what you can do yourself is you can use it sparingly to add a bit of tension and release a bit of tension. So if we take a normal pop song, I'm going to play a video clip of me like 5 years ago playing All of Me by John Legend. You will see the tension and release.
What would I do without your smart mouth? Throwing me in and you kicking me out. Got my head spinning, no kidding. I can't pin you, 'cause I give you all of me, and I give you all of you.
So you just saw that clip. A shout out to the singer Luna. So if you want, you can follow her, Luna Musica, on her Instagram. I'll link it here. But basically, that clip is me doing a normal chord, so an E minor chord, to a C major, then add tension. Do you see there? G major, sus4, release. And then sus2. And there I didn't actually release the tension by what I ended up doing is resolving back to the other chord. That's a topic for another time actually, because sus2 chords aren't full of as much sus2 chords don't have as much tension as, say, sus4 chords. The reason why, real quick, is a sus2 chord is basically a tone away from a stable note, right? So that's either a major third or a root or a perfect fifth. So the sus2 chord is actually a tone away, whereas notes that create the most tension are usually a semitone away from a stable note. Okay, so your major seventh is a semitone away, your perfect fourth. And there's probably another one. Oh, in a minor key, you got the flat sixth. So if I go D minor, you got the, or my favorite way of playing it. Yeah? That's a topic for another time. What this is about is just creating a bit of tension with the sus2 and the sus4 chords and releasing it, okay? So why don't you give it a try now? Take any standard pop chord progression or any chord progression that you have, and what you're gonna do is, instead of just playing some simple major and minor chords, you're gonna add in some sus4s and sus2s. I use it so many times. It works magically on acoustic. That's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next lesson.